me. Hurts bad seeing you out, knowing that you're happy now. You're laughing like the way we used to do. I feel it rising in me. I feel the tide pulling deep. I never knew I could be so bad at the one that
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Welcome.
Hello. Do the thing. Wayne, I'm just going to turn my monitors off now. Am I coming through the front? Can we get a bit through the front? No? Great. Yeah, that was from here. Oh, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Dan.
I'm Oliver.
And we're Pensacola Mist. And we're so happy to be back in the radio rooms.
That's right.
We were the last gig in 31st of October before
Halloween.
Boris shut everyone down again, and we're the first gig back here. So, okay, he's already overusing the buttons, folks.
Yeah, that's what they're here for. That's what they're here for.
So, as part of this really cool series that Jem from the Radio Rooms here is doing, she's doing an exploration of different genres and different bands, and she asked us to kind of give a little talk about the sort of stuff we do as synth pop and as using the technology in mod music. So that's what we're going to have a little chat with you about today.
Yeah.
A little bit about our history, how we started, and then how we ended up with all this, and I guess why. Boredom. So I'm going to go through some fancy little PowerPoint thing here, because that's what I do. Wow, look at that. It says history, and then, oh, no, it doesn't. Great. Bear with me. So technology in contemporary performance.
There we go.
Super. So just give you a little background on us for those that don't know us. We've both been playing music since we were teenagers.
Yeah.
As is often the case when you're bored and 13 and you have a guitar under the bed. What else? What else is there to do, literally?
What else is there to do? Watch cartoons.
Watch cartoons, yeah.
Yeah.
Futurama. So we've both been in the same band since like 2008 or 9 when we were in a band. But that was kind of like a fun teenage party band that we were in. And I guess it's quite difficult in a town like this to pull together a set of musicians that kind of have the sort of shared same goals as you. And I've always kind of worked really well with Oliver, and I think we kind of bounce ideas off each other. So
Same sort of mindset.
yeah, absolutely. And so Pensacola Mist started like 2015, I think, one night when we were just recording music in the house, and we were using like automated drum machines to like do the drums, and we were stacking up layers and layers. And we thought, let's try and do something that was kind of inspired a bit by Paramore at the time, actually.
Yeah.
Like fun pop rock, like that's got all the fun and catchiness of pop, but you know, with a little bit of edge. This is like mascara and everything we're talking about here.
And did they just change to like being like 80s inspired? Like that latest album that just came out was much more. It was like a different tone for them, and we felt quite inspired by that.
Yeah, absolutely. From the start with Mist, which is different to other bands that we were in, because it was two of us with the same sort of mindset, we really wanted to put out something that we were both super proud of from the start, and so we tried to build up this album, our first album, which was online, but we've taken off because we must be less proud of it now than we were a few years back. But we wanted to put something forward that was kind of like a surprise album that sounded super polished and unlike anything else that you'd heard from around here. Or you know, at least in that sort of genre. There's some great musicians in town, but none that were doing that sort of pop rock thing.
Yeah.
So we put that out, and like really liked some of the feedback that came with that. It's you know, exactly what we wanted. Instead of feeling like we were tied to like a band with like 4 people, you know, bass, 2 guitars, and a drummer, we layered up as many guitars as we wanted, because at that point it was just like a bedroom production where we didn't have the limits that you'd have when you had a normal band.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'd like do anything we wanted because we had that option. Instead of being live, had to think about gigs. We could like choose to do anything we wanted. So that was a cool thing.
And it helped us write in a different way than we've done in the past. Like honestly, some of those early songs got like 30 layers of guitar on it, like,
and 30 layers of harmony.
Yeah. And you're the harmony master, but you're not quite that good.
That is true. Thank you.
So we're just going to show you a few videos and stuff tonight, so it's not just us talking, some of our inspirations and some stuff from where we've come from. So the first one I'm going to put on is a video of a song called Jaguar that we did for our second album. And that was this was when we tried to take the idea of a polished material from the first album, but try and see how we could do it live. So we had backing tracks that we played on top of, but we were both kind of doing guitar primarily on top of this. So we hadn't discovered any synth at this point. So this song is Jaguar. I guess it's going to be quite awkward. We're just going to sit and stare at you watching us, but get used to it. We need some audio on that. Great. Super. This is going well. Thank you. There it is. There's the
again. Everything changed in the time between. Treat this like something you never see. I got out when you gave up. I got out 'cause you gave up. Everything changed. Everything changed in the time between. Jaguar. Jaguar. Oh, Stylo. Jaguar. With your head so low. Think you know. Jaguar. Everything changed in the time between. Treat this like something you never see. Jaguar. I got out when you gave up. I got out 'cause you gave up. Everything changed. Everything changed in the time between.
Thank you. If it's that easy, we should just maybe not play and just play videos and sit here on the stage. We still get the applause anyway. Yeah, so that was the first time that we tried to set up playing live stuff on top of pre-recorded stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really nice mix still actually in there, but it still really felt like karaoke, and I'll get a bit to that later because that was like I had a foot pedal, and I would trigger the different effects for the voices and the guitars, but once you hit play, the whole song plays. So it's like you're stuck and rigid to that whole song.
You
So
gotta go for it.
yeah, it was quite karaoke in that way. So that was a little bit about that. Let's move on to Oliver's favorite section. Wow, limitations to positives. It's a bit like a timeshare talk, this. So I talked about karaoke, I guess we just go straight to there.
Yeah.
As we kind of advanced our style, we thought that we couldn't do live shows because we couldn't find a drummer.
No drummers.
We certainly couldn't find a drummer that was like the same sort of style as us.
Yeah.
The classic story I've told a million times is that there's 7 drummers in Berwick, and 5 of them are 80, and 2 of them are metalheads. And that's great for all of them. That's fine for all of those 7, but
Yeah.
it doesn't quite suit like where we were going with the stuff that we were doing. So we like had a couple of drummers come up to us and chat with us, and they'd come to listen to the music, and they went, no thanks. And we almost thought that we were just going to give up, really. Like, that was it. This was destined to be a bedroom production thing.
Yeah, or just like keep making like records, but not actually gig, which was sad, but...
And I'd just about become like, I'd come to terms with that this was a dead-end project. And then discovered that Churches, who is a band that we really like. Can we get a boo for Churches, or a cheer?
Can I get a boot?
What was that? Thank you. Okay, cool. They'd actually been doing something where they had been gigging as a trio without a live drummer, and using sample pads and 8-bits, 80s style drum pads and samples. So we thought, right, well, that's maybe the future for what we need to do.
Yeah, it's like if they can do it, then why can't we?
Absolutely. And that was kind of the start of us going, okay, well, what else do we think is a problem, and how do we turn that problem into a positive, or something that is not problematic, but is like a unique selling point almost of the two of us. So we had concerns about karaoke and what that would do. So our solution for that was to make sure that we both played plenty of real instrumentation on top of the backing music.
Actual instruments. Yeah.
You were dead set on doing bass for everything at that point, and I thought I'd do a lot of guitar.
Yeah.
So that would help with the idea that it's not just two guys doing karaoke, to songs no one knows. Another problem or thing that we thought was that two guys on stage would look quite boring, and that's where the lights came in. So instead of looking boring and static, we thought we'll bring in this light diamond originally to kind of like act as some movement, a bit of so initially and primarily the lights were going to the beat of the drums, which helped with the fact that we didn't have a drummer there waving their arms and waving the drumsticks about. So
yeah, it was like something else to look at, like something else to it's like a visualization, like conception of a drummer is the lights.
I think it does the same sort of job as well, to be honest. But they turn up on time and they're quiet when I tell them to. Sorry, drummers.
They love that.
Right. Another thing that we thought was that, how much sound can we make with just the two of us? But that's where it comes into what we were saying before, where we were laying up a load of stuff that we were doing in the Pensacola Mist from the start. And we thought, well, let's not have the limitations of how do we write for a performing band. We just don't. We just write for us, and we write for what the song needs. And if the song needs a 62-piece orchestra, then it's going to get a 62-piece orchestra.
Yeah.
And I'll just trigger them with the press of a button, really. So yeah. So let's say it wasn't a case of covering up the fact that we were two guys on stage trying to pretend to be a band. It was like, we are the band that is two guys, and this is the stuff that we have to go with it. And that was only possible because of the tech that you can get now, and that is overwhelming to start with. But once you get your mind around it,
bit of practice. Yeah, that's all you need.
Mind that we still have problems today. We had problems with that just now. There's always problems. There always will be problems because it's tech.
It's true.
That's me.
But it's true though. It's true, guys. It's true. Tech is tough. Tech is tough.
So in terms of limitations, we did a music video for a song called Without Love, which was our first music video that we put out. And it was kind of 80s inspired with like a VHS camera app, like an emulator app on our phones. And we shot that way, and we thought, well, we don't have these 4K cameras, so we'll just shoot it purposefully bad and kind of like own that gimmick. But when we looked at it back, it did kind of just feel like it wasn't as polished as the other stuff that we were putting out.
A bit too homemade.
Yeah. And we thought, well, what is our limitation? Our limitation is that we don't have the big camera crews, and we don't have the big budgets to bring in camera crews to make it happen. So what's the solution to that? The solution to that is that we do single shot videos. So it allowed us a new creative outlet that we could follow, that all of our music videos had to be start to finish one take.
Yeah.
And that allowed us to think differently, and it also meant that, we didn't have to have rubbish-looking music videos that were multi-cam but felt homemade and amateur. This might feel homemade and amateur, because some of the time it is. But
I would say it makes it feel more like art. Not fancy,
absolutely.
but it feels like it could be an art piece, because it's like a one-shot thing.
And in a way, all the music videos are linked by the fact that they are one shot. So it's, what are they going to do next? Sometimes the thinking for that comes as much as, right, we'll shoot one in slow motion, and then we'll shoot the next one in fast motion.
Yeah, it's that simple.
And then we go black and white, and then we go color, and we go, right, well, we've run out of simple gimmicks now. So.
Upside down.
Upside down. We've not done upside down.
Here
We'll be back soon. Reverse. Have we done it backwards? We've done it backwards one. It's called Bones. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So to stop talking for a minute, I'm going to put on a music video for a song called Christina that we performed, that we'll perform tonight, and that we filmed with a few people that are in this room today. Evie, Toasty. Anyone else is in that one here? No. There's an open invitation, though, to be in a music video. If anyone ever wants to, then just drop us a message. Yeah, you'll get in there one day, Mikey. Okay, so this is the music video for Christina that was shot on... should we do a tiny bit of context first?
Yeah.
So we shot this on a cold February afternoon, evening, So from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we finished at like, I think 9 or 10. So like 6 or 7 hours of being outside and just repeating this process, because the problem with the one take video is when it goes wrong, the whole thing's gone. We can't use anything from it. We've got to start again. So we keep going until we've got the perfect take. And this was the first one we'd use other people for. We don't mind repeating it again and again and again and again. I think our longest one we did for 14 hours until we got the right take. So this one being 6 or 7 hours was pretty good going, actually.
Pretty good.
So this is the video for Christina. I'll just check first that it's going to play. Oh, okay, I don't know what I've done there. That's good. But do we have any audio? The audio's worth waiting for.
Howling in the dark, there's no one that can save you. Hiding in the car, there's nowhere left to run to. Doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you think, it's over. Wasted all this time. There's a knock at your door. Someone screaming your name. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Crashed out in the bar. No one left to rescue you. Cold and lonely heart, a revelation wakes you. Doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you think, it's over. Wasted all this time. There's a knock at your door. Someone screaming your name. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Someone screaming your name. Christina, someone screaming.
So don't feel you need to clap the videos, but thank you anyway. Thank you. So yeah, that was Christina, which I think at that point certainly was our most ambitious because we were just bringing in so many different people to it.
Yeah, different moving parts.
But linking it all back to tech, where we are now is so different to where we were 10 years ago with the sort of equipment that's available. That was shot on my digital camera, but you can get better footage, 4K footage off mobile phones now. There's no excuse to not be able to do anything, especially in music now.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get hold and to start this stuff. I'm reminded of when I first started playing in bands and I wanted to get recordings of a band called Ditch Your Sidekicks that I was in with our friend Rob, who's here tonight. Way, boo Rob, everyone. And the best way to do it at that point, to age myself, it was 2006, was to go to Argos and buy a 45-pound dictaphone. And I just stuck that in the corner of the room, and when we'd record these sessions and gigs that we had, and then you go home and it's like, when you go, that was great, what a good night. I actually still have them, and I thought about playing those sounds to you tonight, but it would be so awful for your ears. But yeah, it's since that point, not that long ago, computers with multi-track recording, decent microphones, these lights, all the stuff that you see, we've all built up, and it hasn't cost us a lot of money. What you got to have is the interest to kind of make it happen, and that's something with tech you use for everything now, and whatever art form you're doing or whatever business you're doing, there's an easy way to big up what you're doing by the use of super easily readily available tech. Let's get to the P word, shall we?
Yeah.
It's pandemic.
Pandemic.
That's quite a quiet boo, isn't it? We should have made that one louder.
That's fine.
So, the pandemic, in a way, has somewhat been good for Pensacola Mist. Because as somebody, we're a band that are in Berwick, which is super geographically, rural, so hard to get into venues and cities. We've been able to make contacts with those sorts of venues because everyone's on a level playing field. Oh, another thing as well is that I have crippling social anxiety. So what's really good about this is I can take about 10 hours to sculpt my messages on Instagram instead of have to go up to someone and say, oh, hello, can I come and play at your venue? So yeah, this sort of level playing field, we're not missing out. There's not a scene happening in Newcastle where all these bands are getting pally with each other.
Yeah.
Everyone's at home.
Everyone's in the same boat, yeah.
And everyone's forced to use the same channels. And for us, primarily, that's been our Instagram that we've built over the past, since we released our album, really, we've tried to use Instagram to connect with other people. So our last album came out in February. Yeah. And at that point, we had about 500 followers that it'd taken us 5 years to get. But in the last 4 months since then, we've gained another 1,000 or so, and it's picking up steam because of the way that we're able to build connections with other acts. Internationally, we've made friends with bands and people like Nate, Dan Bauer, and the Martin Brothers.
Martin Brothers, yeah.
There's a super exciting collab that we might be bringing out with them shortly, which we're really excited to work on.
Definitely.
And bring out. And then, but also regionally, because of where we are in Berwick and because of the sort of busy lives that we lead and the circles we're in, we didn't really know all the bands that were out in the cities, but we found bands like Comparison and 1080 Trees and Big Fat Big and even Not Now Norman, who started just before the pandemic. We've managed to build up some connection with these bands and in a way that we wouldn't have done if we hadn't been forced to rely on the sort of Instagram method. So that's another way, that I keep thinking about how lucky we've been through this last year and a half that we have been in a time with the internet and Netflix and social media and stuff to keep us connected and keep us entertained, because if we just had the 4 channels way back, I don't know, there'd be tough times.
Tough times indeed.
Where are we now? Okay, so I'm going to move on this little slide to a slide we like to call Inspirations. Wow. Everyone's got to be inspired. He's clapping again. Use the other effects. I don't care what one. Oh, like, inspirations,
Yeah, there
baby.
we go. There we go.
So in terms of creating the sound and the vibe of Pensacola Mist, we've taken inspiration from literally all over, and it hasn't really been music. And if anything, music has been quite a small part of what we wanted to do with the package that we've made for Pensacola Mist.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it comes from the sort of like romanticized look at the 1980s that lots of people, lots of millennials tend to have. That I'm quite confident wouldn't happen if GTA Vice City hadn't come out in 2002, because, you know, that's it for me.
What a game.
Getting on the little moped at the start and Billie Jean comes on the radio is just life-changing.
Bliss.
Life-changing. Let's take a moment. In terms of my personal inspiration for who, as I said before, I'm quite an anxious person. It's weird that I'm doing this now, because I would hate to talk to probably each and every one of you on an individual basis, but this is somehow easier, but it's still awful. But when, you know, Oliver and I have both been in plays pretty much our whole lives and been on stage, and that's always been quite a good artistic release in a good way that we can kind of become these other people. And I think part of that we wanted to bring into what we do with Pensacola Mist, because I think that when you go and see an act, you should kind of get a show, and you should be treated to a show, and you should be treated to something that's not shoegazing. And again, that's fine if you like shoegazing, but that's not the sort of thing we wanted to have. We wanted to bring in this inspiration from this sort of these sort of 80s movies, these big lights, this big vibe, and kind of turn that into something that's not just two guys doing the karaoke stuff on stage. In terms of my personal inspirations, I guess I can pin down like my on-stage Dan to be in a combination of two people. One is the wrestler Shinsuke Nakamura, who is this incredible guy. Yes, good stuff, king of strong style. And when I saw him come out in WWE in 2016, and he made his entrance, and this theme was amazing, and he had this over-the-top mannerisms about him, and he just like, honestly, my heart was going, and I was like, this is it, this is a moment. And I saw this guy, and he had this shaved side and this long hair, and I was like, the moment I saw him come out there, I was like, I'm growing my hair like this, and like, I just kind of emulated him for a while. Cut that back and see what's left of Shinsuke Nakamura once the haircut's gone. But that sort of like freedom to just kind of move in a funny way. I feel like I've got undiagnosed ADHD as well as social anxiety, so I feel like yes, undiagnosed ADHD. and I feel like you spend so much of your time in conversation saying, how do you act normal, and how do you be normal, and how do you just shake your head and go, yes, a normal person would nod here or do this fun smile. And I think part of it is just giving into whatever sort of you feel in the moment, which might just be flailing your arms around, which in normal conversation would be a little distracting. But when we're up here, it's just fine. So there's lots of arm flailing tonight. If any fans of arm flailing, there's plenty of that going on. Good. Feel free to flail your arms from your couches or your seats, but do not mix. This is a serious pandemic. The second one that I took, and it's actually, there's some similarities, is so growing up I wasn't really into music as much as I am now, but I was a big fan of Kiss, and I think that also comes from the theatric side that I was drawn to, and this sort of like freedom to be larger than life, and Paul Stanley from Kiss is like #1 hero to me. He like from this 70s rock place where in a band that everyone thinks is metal, but they're soft pop rock, they're so tame, and Paul Stanley is this over-the-top camp guy who puts this makeup on, and a parallel that we've taken in the sort of mentality for us is that from day one they wanted to feel like if you didn't know who they were, you're missing out on something, and you are kind of wrong for not knowing it, because what they put on stage is not apologetic. It is from the face paint to the fact that they bought, when they were doing early shows, they bought a load of empty broken amps, and they ripped out the insides of them so they'd stack them. You'd go into a small venue and there'd be 40 amps behind them, and they're like, who is this band, and like, why do they have 40 amps, and will I still have the ability to hear at the end of this night? They actually had to tell if there was a lighting guy not to shine the light at the amps, because it would just like shine through the grate and everyone would see they're empty. But that idea of like who are we, what does the band mean, not just the music, how does it work hand in hand with each other, was a big inspiration to me. So those two, I think, are people I've taken, and they're both toned down in what I do up here, but they've definitely helped me form who I am. Oliver?
Yeah, I guess inspirations. Speaking about like 80s films, definitely that love of the 80s came from like sci-fi films, like stuff like Blade Runner, and the new one's good as well. That's not from the 80s. Get one of them in. Thank you. I guess performance-wise, like Michael Jackson, is just like an icon. So, just how much of like a legendary like singer he is. So that. Everyone's covered there. Everyone's covered. But yeah, so just that style is something that I try to emulate. Also, the 1975 have that sort of throwback style to the 80s as well, and just the lead singer Matty Healy, his like confidence on stage and just the way he moves and just doesn't care, something that has like inspired me as well. Yeah, I'm nicer. Thank you very much, Michael.
Yeah, I'll say you're nicer than Matty Healy too.
Also, the Midnight as well have been a big influence, but we'll talk about them in a bit as well.
Yeah, sweet. So we're gonna play a few songs by some inspirations to us musically, or some things that we talked about already. Get your drinks in. The way this works, we're gonna do these inspiration parts, a few of these videos, 3 videos that we're gonna show, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the tech that we use, and at the end of this, if anyone wants to come up and have a go at what we're doing here with hand sanitizer and masks, then we'll get to that. But yeah, it'll be really great. Have a think now if you want to pick up the confidence to come and have a press of the buttons up here and see how easy my job is.
Oh, smack it.
So first, we're going to show you a video by churches who, again, if churches didn't exist, not that we have emulated exactly what they do. If they didn't exist, we wouldn't exist either, because that's what made us think we can do it in this day and age without a drummer.
Yeah.
So here's a song by churches.
You had better run from me with everything you own, 'cause I am gonna come for you with all that I have. I am gonna break you down to tiny, tiny parts. I never believed, but I see it now. I'm learning your lesson, I'm learning your lesson that make you feel so clever. Did you wear it on your sleeve? Did you see another picture where I was not apart, so far entwined? There is no other way, never run far. Take a good swing at me and everything is even. So finally we agreed, no place for promises here. You better run so hide, hide. I have burned your bridges, I will be a gun, and it's you all come for. Hide, hide, now it's all so easy, I will be a gun. Who are you to tell me how to keep myself afloat? I treaded water all the while. You stuck in the knife that you held at my back. Did it make you feel so clever? Did you wear it on your sleeve? Did you see another lifetime where I was not apart, so far entwined? There is no other way, never run far. Take a good swing at me and everything is even. So finally we agreed, no place for promises here. You better run so hide, hide. I have burned your bridges, I will be a gun, and it's you all come for. Hide, hide, now it's all so easy, I will be a gun. There is no other way, never run far. Take a good swing at me and everything Year's Eve, and so finally we agree, no place for promises here. You better run, so hide, hide. I have burned your bridges, I will be a gun, and it's you I'll come for. Hide, hide, now it's all so easy. I will be a gun, and it's you I'll come for. 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 And it's you. And I'm gonna see that you won't go far. And I'm gonna see that you won't go far. And I'm gonna see that you won't go far. And I'm gonna see that you won't go far.
Give it up for churches. Brilliant. So the next clip I'm going to show you is it had to be a bit of Kiss. It's a short version of Detroit Rock City with a bit of Paul Stanley to just kind of show you what 1976, what they were trying to do. So here is Kiss from 1976 in about 32 pixels. Kiss, everybody. The last video we'll show you.
Yeah, is the Midnight. So very synth wavy kind of band. Good use of a saxophone. And yeah, that sort of has what inspired us. Sort of my love for synthwave is like finding out about them in 2017. I found this band. I was like, these guys are something I'd be interested in.
I think after you found them is when we wrote Christina.
Yeah.
Which is not the same, but it definitely is like bringing in some of those 80s things, and some of the bits we've kept. So we haven't gone full retro nostalgia 80s with what we do, but we definitely brought in the mentality of the Midnight and other like modern synthwave groups
Yeah,
and the stuff that we do.
Brought the synth to the pop, say,
Yeah.
to make the synth pop.
That's how it goes.
That's
this
how
is
it
the
is.
Midnight.
You ready, Jesse? Let's do this.
Strangers in a dark room laughing jokes they didn't quite hear. The frosted window panes and cheap champagne, a face appears. And anything could happen in these cathedrals we run. Where shadow people dance and trade their glance and walk on alone. Staring out the window of the Roosevelt Hotel, I'm watching Midtown empty out as I kiss her farewell. They say we come from nothing and to nothing will return, and in between is gravity and bridges left to burn.
Give
The
it up for
Midnight.
Jesse Malone.
Woo! The Midnight always reminds me. So it's a band I liked. Oliver really liked them. I knew them and kind of liked them. But my wife Rachel and I had a daughter named Lucy last year, and thank you, pandemic baby. And we found that when we had the midnight on, like our phones were on shuffle once, playing music to try and get us sleep, and the midnight came on, and she was like out straight away. And since that point, like that's been our comfort music to this day. So I know it all way more than I would ever do now, would have done before, because she just loves the midnight. Last night, right? She was still fell asleep listening to midnight. So she's kept that going. We should take her one day. So I'm going to talk to you now a little bit about the tech stuff that we use. If anyone has any questions in any of this, then shout it out, and I'll relay them to the microphone for the millions watching at home on YouTube tonight. Give it up for the millions watching at home on YouTube tonight. You've got a thing with people to clap. For God's sake.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say once we figured out we wanted to do this thing, I was like, right, I'm buying this thing, this Ableton Launchpad, and I'm gonna run the show off this. And then it arrived, and I was like, what is this? What the hell? What happens here? That you press the buttons and so nothing happened when I pressed the buttons, and I didn't know how to work it, and I got a bit of cold sweat because at the same time as ordering that, we ordered this, and I had this like 900 quid tech package in my spare bedroom, and I looked at it and thought, I don't know what I'm doing with any of this actually. But piece by piece and bit by bit you build it up. So I've got a video that I'm a little embarrassed to show you, because it's the first time we set up the Diamond in the Henry Travis studio at the Maltons, and we had a little test run through of it. And here's a clip from, I think, Christina, where I don't really know how to use this thing. And we go into solo, and I fail, and you see my, for context, I had this fear of what have we spent money on, can we do this, will it actually work? So my frustration comes from that, okay. Because I want to have more than, because I've got to go. This bit. Passion fading. Worst comes to worst, I'll just play it as one long bit that just plays everything. Yeah. Oliver tackled that with his usual, like, this will be fine, just Google it. And he's right. But in that moment, I'm like, Oliver, we've wasted so much money and this shit doesn't even work. Sorry. Oh, is it past Watershed?
Ship.
I said the S word. Anyway. Thanks. So yeah, that was the first time that we set it up. And again, every time we did it, we figured something else out. Even today, we've had Wayne, who's doing the video stuff today, help us out quite a lot with new bits we've added to the show. For the first time tonight, we're putting vocal effects in that we've never done before, to be run off of me essentially through the Launchpad here, and we've got extra light setups to usual. So we had some teething problems, and I've told you about them now. So if they happen again tonight, you just gotta be super supportive.
Go easy on us.
So I've got this little video I'm going to show and talk over. This is a little time lapse of me programming the lights, as it says, programming lights. For each song, we listen to each part of the song, and we try and picture what we want the lights to do, and we then draw them essentially into the computer and mix them like you're mixing paint colors. And to start with, it took about 6 hours a song to design the lights for. We've got that down to about 1 hour, an hour and a half now.
Yeah.
We might have got more lazy and less ambitious with the light plans that we're doing. But it also might be that we know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And we've gotten faster at kind of putting our visions onto the...
It's definitely that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah,
it's definitely that one. We're not less ambitious. Cool. So I'm gonna try and show you a little bit of what this thing does. but I'm aware that that might be difficult and it might be easier to do when you guys come up and have a go if you want to. So let me just clip this back in.
This looks risky. This looks risky. There we go.
Fill it with a joke, Oliver. Fill it with a joke.
Knock knock.
Oh, not a knock knock.
Why? Who's there? Pensacola. You've ruined it. You ruined it. Don't work with animals or kids.
We're almost there.
That was louder than before. Maybe if it hit
We
it
should
hard.
have never bought him this toy. So the problem with tech sometimes is that people treat it like toys and just play with it silly like that. So it was an idea this afternoon that Oliver had, was to have this little sound effects box. And we said yes.
We said yes.
We said yes. Oliver and I said yes. The team at Pensacola Mist said yes. We're nearly there. I've got to scroll through the whole set.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Oh, Michael wants to know what it was like when we met Shinsuke Nakamura, my personal hero. Oliver, do you want to tell the story?
Tell the story of how you met.
My hero.
I think you loved it. You made a little love heart shape with your hands together.
Yeah, we went up and I said, you know, everyone wants to do his poses and stuff, or like get a handshake or a hug, and I was like, can we do this? And he had a little laugh at that. It was more like a potato in the picture. So I'm sorry for you guys in the corner that haven't been able to see any of the video tonight. You won't want to watch it again on YouTube, but it is there if you feel like you've really missed out on something. So the pad here, the way I do it is I load samples up. This bit sounds really dry, so I'll keep it super short. So each color represents a different instrument. I realize I've got on the wrong one too. So the way I do it for my mind when I'm playing, each of these represents something else. So if this is white is drums usually. Get some drums come through. Do we have? Oh, there's a drum.
Yeah.
Okay. So white tends to be drums for me, and I use blue for bass. So we can load up and start building up songs as we play. So we've got all these samples already loaded in here. We can repeat as much as we want to. We can add any other flourishes as we want. And it lets us kind of remix on the fly. And the keys. So we can take parts from different parts of the song, kind of build up the song that we're doing on stage. So this helps me feel like it's not karaoke, because even though it's all pre-recorded samples, it's stuff that we are working on the fly. But yeah, if anyone wants to come up and have a look at that at the end, then they can have a go at mixing that up a little bit too. Oliver's favorite part of the night, we're going to try out the drums a little bit to show. This was another new thing. We even though we don't have a drummer, we've since our last gig bought this little drum pad, which lets us bring in some drums.
I wasn't ready for that.
Go for it, go. Brilliant.
Magic.
We can also use it like that as a sample pad for instruments or vocal parts that we want to kind of pad things out on. So that's where that one was. Let's see, what have we got here? Try that one. Traditional kit, but throughout the whole set, I'm able to load up whatever samples we want into here. Keyboard's not here, but whatever sounds we want onto the keyboard. I'm running the light show off there, and then as of tonight, we're doing vocal effects. So God knows we can never do MTV Unplugged, because we just... let's hope we never get that asked. Do they still do Unplugged? Michael, I'm asking you. Oh, he says yes.
He says yes.
Similarly, again, with vocals, do you want to just demonstrate, Oliver?
What?
Oh, you've got a mic. Just some of the vocal effects that we can run through.
Testing.
That's normal.
Normal. Hello.
Look at that. All of
Space.
What's this one?
Hello.
It's another type.
It's another space cave.
So we could go
Space
from
cave
no
too.
cave to space cave in a matter of moments. Anyway, thank you for listening to us tonight. Let me go back to the
You're on the
thing.
space cave now.
Excuse me? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get out of the space cave. Okay. Yeah, thank you for listening to this tonight, and thank you to Jem for asking us for this, and thank you all for supporting the Radio Room's reopening, because venues like this need to survive, and they can only do it if you buy more drinks. The Neon Glow cocktail is really good. If anyone's not had one yet, get one of those. I will be having one in the set, and we could all have a drink together. That would be lovely. So I'm going to put on a video to close of us doing a song called Forget You, which we recorded for a BBC Introducing session. Again, just to show what we were able to do now with the tech, we have a multicam video. We had 6 cameras set up, and we recorded it and edited it at home with good audio and the lights and stuff behind it. It's all stuff that you can do with the tech that's pretty much on your phones or available on an online shop for not very much money. So I'll play Forget You, and then I'll ask if anybody wants to come up and have a go at mixing up a song. So thank you very much for listening to us tonight. At 8:30 tonight is when we start the music. So half an hour after this to just have some drinks, get some fresh air, and then we're going to start the show at 8:30 tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Christina's dead. I saw her lying right on the street. Christina's dead, and I don't care. Ooh, boy, you should have listened to your mother when she told you to play with fire. Say no more about it. Say no more. I can't forget you. Can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. I can't forget you. Can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. The things you said, you were trying to put the blame on me. The things you said, no regret. Oh girl, I wish you'd listen for a second when I told you to play with my heart. Say lovey, mon amour, say lovey. I can't forget you. Can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. I can't forget you. Can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. Kiss me under the spotlight. Kiss me somewhere that's outside. Don't care, just kiss me. I can't forget you. Can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. I can't forget you. Can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. I can't forget you. I can't forget you. No, I can't forget what you've done. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. I'm going out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do we have anyone who wants to come up and have a play on the launch pad? Anybody? Anybody? Michael first. Yeah, we've got to do masks, and I've got some hand sanitizer here as well, so it's all super safe. This is I've done a simplified version of Achilles here, so all colours are in the right sort of zone. So the white ones are the drums, okay? Blue one's bass. Sometimes I set it like this because I'm not bassy expert. This is keys. This is an arpeggiator, right? And these are like solos already. The only thing you need to know is you can only press one of each colour at a time. Right. Except blues, you can use two because there's two colours. But you can use one from each colour at a time. So have a go and like just mix up a song. We're not doing Achilles tonight, so this is the only chance you get to hear it if you come up and play it. Anybody else like to come and have a go? Anyone? 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 Nope, nope, nope. Okay, we'll get a drink and we'll see you at 8:30 on the dot so that our worldwide audience don't miss out. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
you for being here tonight.
Howling in the dark. There's no one that can save you. Hiding in the car. There's nowhere left to run to. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what you think, it's over. You've wasted all this time. There's a knock at your door. Someone screaming your name. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Someone screaming, crashed out in the bar. No one left to rescue. Cold and lonely heart. A revelation wakes you. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what you think, it's over. You've wasted all this time. There's a knock at your door. Someone screaming your name. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Someone screaming. Christina. Someone screaming. Someone screaming your name. Christina. Someone screaming.
Show us how it's done, Oliver. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to live music. Woo! My God, that feels good. This next one is called The Good Side.
Say bye reconsider. They said you learn how to dance. Why don't you make me move onto the dance floor? It's been so long since you were mine. Gave up looking to the past for your good side. How did it go so wrong? Now you've lost your mind. Tired of looking to the past for your good side. Oh no. Oh well. Oh no. I did my best. There's nothing left to reconsider. Keep teasing me with those eyes. Why won't you let me move? Oh, it's been so long since you were mine. Gave up looking to the past for your good side. How did it go so wrong? Now you've lost your mind. Tired of looking to the past for your good side. Oh no. Oh well. Oh no. That you would think about me all the time. You keep messing with my mind. Every word you say is like a twist of the knife, and you won't let go. It's been so long since you were mine. Gave up looking to the past for your good side. How did it go so wrong? Now you've lost your mind. Tired of looking to the past for your good side. Oh no. Oh well. Oh no.
Thank you. Next. Once again, thank you for coming out and continuing to support places like the Radio Rooms. Get your drinks in, have a good time tonight. I think there's an option to tip them. They've been working so hard. Last week especially, they had a lot of issues in here, and I promised them you were a much nicer crowd than the one that were in last week, so maybe you should show it with, I don't know if there's an option for £1 tip, but maybe it's just 50. But do it anyway. So this next song is called Roses.
Say it's not true.
I wrote this song about you.
Say it's not true.
Don't get me wrong, I wish I could walk away.
Do you know what you mean to me? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what you mean to me? You're the light in the dark. When I'm lost in the night, you take my hand. You ignited the spark. When you help me try to understand that if you believe it, then you can do anything. You're the light in the dark. You're the light, you're the light. do.
Now the songs that make them feel good to walk away.
Do you know what you mean to me? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what you mean to me? You're the light in the dark. When I'm lost in the night, you take my hand. You ignited the spark. When you help me try to understand that if you believe it, then you can do anything. You're the light in the dark. You're the light, you're the light. Do you know what you mean to me? You're the lighthouse showing me the way as we crashed up on the rocks. Yeah, you make the stars jealous. You hide no scars, tell us why we've been safely swept ashore. To walk away, I wanna say what I need you to stay. But do you know what you mean? I wanna say to walk away. You're the light in the dark. When I'm lost in the night, you take my hand. You ignited the spark. When you help me try to understand that if you believe it, then you can do anything. You're the light in the dark. You're the light, you're the light.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you. How many of you have seen us before? And how many of you haven't seen us before? Nice, it's a good mix. It's really nice to see some new faces here tonight. Thank you. You'll have plenty of other chances, I'm sure, seeing as how this is our favorite venue in the world. So we'll be back. Wait, it's this, then Madison Square Garden. Right, so this song, we're going to slow it down a little. It's called So Sick.
There was a girl named Tara. I thought that I couldn't fall any harder for a girl like her. But to my surprise I did. I went with my heart, not my head. I swear I'd never do it again. Have I lost my touch? Maybe I wanted too much. I'm so sick of always being alone. When I reach out, there's no one to hold. I'm so sick of the feeling of being alone. I'm so sick of always being alone. When I reach out, there's no one to hold. I'm so sick of the feeling of being alone. I tried to keep things undercover. I gave up. I finally said out loud I love her. I don't care who knows. She played with her hair when she said, I think we'd be better as friends. I swear I'd never do it again. Have I lost my touch? Maybe I wanted too much. I'm so sick of always being alone. When I reach out, there's no one to hold. I'm so sick of the feeling of being alone. so sick of always being alone. When I reach out, there's no one to hold. I'm so sick of the feeling of being alone. Have I lost my touch? Maybe I want it too much. I'm so sick of always being alone. When I reach out, there's no one to hold. I'm so sick of the feeling of being alone.
How sweet. This next one is called Runaway, and it's about unrequited love or vampires.
Either or.
It starts tonight. You pray it might make your body shiver. Your tongue's been tied. You won't put up a fight. Last look in the mirror. Ooh, oh, come a little closer. I wanna feel you breathe. I know what you're thinking. What have I done? All of a sudden, it smells like death and it tastes like blood. I know what you're thinking. What have I done? All of a sudden, it smells like death and it tastes like blood. Smells like death and it tastes like blood. Your body's cool, you lose control. Did it ease your hunger? Trying to let go. In the silence your soul feeds another lover. Ooh, oh, come a little closer. I wanna feel you breathe. You're thinking, what have I done? All of a sudden, it smells like death and it tastes like blood. I know what you're thinking. What have I done? All of a sudden, it smells like death and it tastes like blood. Smells like death and it tastes like blood. You can run away, but you know I'll be watching you. You can run away. You can run away, but you know I'll be watching you. I know what you're thinking. What have I done? All of a sudden, it smells like death and it tastes like blood. I know what you're thinking. What have I done? All of a sudden, it smells like death and it tastes like blood. Smells like death and it tastes like blood. Smells like death and it tastes like blood.
No. Woo you guys. Thank you. Woo you guys. God, you guys are great. Excellent. I need you around when I tell a bad joke at home and my wife just goes, listen, get that Oliver's like laugh machine. Great idea, Rachel. You're going to regret me thinking that. This one, it's called Appetite.
Let's go. Out of the gate, you were mistaken. If you believe that you were right, it shouldn't matter. You could have faked it. The possibility of you and I. Leave your phone at home tonight. No one needs to know where we are. I got you, I'm watching. You're in my sights. I can tell by the way that you're acting. You're coming home tonight. When we kiss, I can feel the connection. The stars align. It feels so right. I can't believe it. What is this feeling you call love? I can't believe it. What is this feeling you call love? Proud of the way you were so patient, feeding my hunger and appetite. For feeling something deeper. The parts of you and me redesign. Leave your phone at home tonight. No one needs to know where we are. I got you, I'm watching. You're in my sights. I can tell by the way that you're acting. You're coming home tonight. When we kiss, I can feel the connection. The stars align. It feels so right. I can't believe it. What is this feeling you call love? I can't believe it. What is this feeling you call love? Daniel Cox. Can't believe it. What is this feeling you call love?
Show us love. This one goes out to my friend Slayer. I don't know if she's around, but this is for her.
Late again, another day, dying light of another face. When you're caught in the middle, who's making excuses now? Who let who go? We had our time. Who let who go? We had our time. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it. in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. Naked knowing you wrote this story takes its toll when you took it from me. And I know there's no escape from you, and I know it's not the same for you. See how fast your venom spreads through my bloodstream. You're so deadly, toxic poison in my dreams. You've corrupted me and now I'm infected, but I don't regret it. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. Making out with every guy at this party, making out that you don't even want me. And I know there's no escaping you, and I know there's no escape from you. Dangerously sexy, I can't deny it. There's a part of me that can't wait to try it. I'm so into you that now I'm addicted, could not predict it. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. Lady again, another day, dying light on another face. Ooh, get you so high. Ooh, you gotta sweat it out when you're caught in the middle. Ooh, you gotta sweat it out. Who's making excuses now? Ooh, you gotta sweat it out. Who's making excuses now? You gotta sweat it out. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. You are poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body, running through my veins, this poison. When you touch me, I can feel it in my body. Thank you.
I don't mean to be the guy that does this, but I actually left my water, so can I get a drink up on stage, please? I don't know if someone can tell a bar person. Ailey, when you're ready, could I have a pint of Prava, please? Thank you. Oh, could I have a very quick sip before we... and then I'll drink the rest.
Keep hydrated. It's my turn to say that.
Okay. This one's called Want to Believe, and it's the title track from our latest album. try to pull together all the puzzle pieces in my mind, but it's hard. It gets harder. I've been denying that you didn't let me in. I've been rewriting all the fights I couldn't win. In my mind, I'll make a list of all the many reasons that we're wrong, but it's hard. I want to believe that you never leave me again. I want to believe that you'll never leave me again. I want to believe. Caught lying so many times before, but still trying to see the you that I fell for. And I really want to think that it'll go another way this time, but it's hard and it gets harder. I want to believe that you'll never that you'll never leave me again. I want to believe. Believe in the things that you see. Won't you let me believe? Believe in the leaves and the trees. Believe in me. When I say, believe in the things that you see. Why won't you let me believe? I want to believe that you never leave me again. That you'll never leave me again. I want to believe. Caught lying so many times before, but I'm still trying to see the you that I fell for.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's pick this party up.
As the sun sets on your smile, what's between us so fragile? There's no way I'm gonna screw it up this time. Broken path and a broken nose, couple bucks and the open road. There's no way we're gonna make it there in time. Fresh start, leave the shadows way behind. It's your part, change the storyline. I finally found somewhere to stay in this neon city. Oh, it's dark, no, it's never felt so bright. Do your part, make them feel alive. I finally got something to say in this neon city. This neon city. This neon, neon. This neon city. This neon city. This neon city. This neon, neon. This neon city. This neon city. making noise in a rundown bar. Only dreams and an old guitar. There's a pond, so maybe I'm doing something right. He said you could be a movie star, but you got drunk and sold the car. There's a pause and I see that you're dead inside. Fresh start, leave the shadows way behind. It's your heart, change the storyline. Finally found somewhere to stay in this neon city. Oh, it's dark, no, it's never felt so bright. Do your heart make them feel alive? Finally got something to say in this neon city. This neon city. This neon, neon. This neon city. This neon city. This neon city. This neon, neon. This neon city. This neon city.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So, tonight's a very special one for Pensacola Mist because it's the first time that we'll be a trio on stage. Woo! We have a couple more songs that we're going to do, and then we're going to invite our friend Melissa up to join us. So when the time is right and Melissa joins us, be kind, be as loud as you have been, and enjoy the show. And yeah, I've got nothing else to say about actually. That's it. And I should have not said and or kept doing this bit. This one's called Bones Money.
If you close your eyes, shut out the light. On any other night, we'd be just fine. And you know how far I'm willing to go. And you know we're both hiding in the shadow.
Sing with us.
We couldn't raise the dead, but we couldn't live together. Things we could say wouldn't make it any better. Who is there to blame when a lover turns to fighter? You're digging your own grave. Notice another way. When you realize that something's not right, then you feel inside that now's the time. And you know how far I'm willing to go. And you know we're both hiding in the shadow. We couldn't raise the dead, couldn't live together, things we could stand, wouldn't make it any better. Who is there to blame when a lover turns to fighter, digging your own grave? Notice another way. I took the long way home.
This bit's easy to pick up.
I took the long way home. 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 Oh, I took the long way home. I took the long way.
Best crowd ever! This next one is a super treat, actually, for anyone who has listened to us over the past 4 or 5 years. We don't tend to do stuff from our first album, but we've reworked something today. We felt because we're going to start this new chapter with some of the success we've had with Melissa and seeing if it works out with her joining us up on stage, we thought we'd the last song that we have ever done as a proper duo here should be a throwback. So this one is called Talk to Me.
Why'd you blame yourself? You didn't even do it. You and no one else should have seen right through it. All this wasted time we spent alone always will define young love, and we knew it. Young love, and we knew it. Talk to me, oh talk to me, come on talk to me. Maybe you'll understand if you just talk to me. Oh talk to me, come on and talk to me. Maybe you'll understand if you just talk to me. How we end up here came out of nowhere. Thought I made it clear, not being unfair. All we had to find was self-control, always by design. Young love is in the air. Young love is in the air. talk to me. Oh, talk to me. Come on and talk to me. Maybe you'll understand if you just talk to me. Come on, talk to me. Come on and talk to me. Maybe you'll understand if you just sit around here, waiting for a moment. We're just sitting around here, ready to go. Sitting around here. This could be our moment, but you gotta bring it on, he said. Talk to me. Oh, talk to me. Come on and talk to me. Maybe you'll understand if you just talk to me. Oh, talk to me now, talk to me, girl. Talk to me. Let's go. Talk to me. Maybe we can talk. Stop ghosting me, baby. Talk to me. Come and talk to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so if we all want to give a big Radio Rooms round of applause, welcome to our friend Melissa. Melissa, come on out! Come on out, Melissa! Woo! So, for anyone who doesn't know, Melissa sang a few songs on our last album with us. A Sex and Violence. Oliver, I'll let you talk about it while I plug.
Yeah, she's done a few songs with us on our latest album, Sex and Violence, and Ruining a Good Night Out. So yeah, that's right. So yeah.
So yeah, let's do it. Ruin a Good Night Out. But let's not ruin a good night out, actually. Okay, here's a song.
I know you have been waiting for this truth for so long now. Cause it got me all worked up, know it all. She got me by the throat for so long now. Go too far. Say it or stay the same. Say it once and say it never again. Making the same mistakes.
I know how it seems that you are the one in front of me. You know this is real. Right now, I feel it's not worth
Ruining a good night out, boy. It's not worth ruining a good night out, boy. It's not worth ruining a good night out, boy.
you know me. I'm the one who set you free. So don't let go. Now you got me all alone to yourself. Do with me what you will. So don't let go.
Go too far. Say it or stay the same.
Skin under.
Say it once and say it never again. Making the same mistake.
Skin under.
seems, but you are the one in front of me. Who knows if this is real? But right now, I feel it's not worth ruining a good night for. It's not worth ruining a good night for. It's not worth ruining a good night for.
Nothing prepares you for this. I cheered, I shouted, I fist pumped the air, I cried, I stood and cheered.
Thank you, Richard E. Grant.
Absolutely everything.
I know how it seems, but you are the one in front of me. Who knows if this is real? But right now, I feel it's not worth ruining a good night for. It's not worth ruining a good night for. It's not worth ruining a good night for.
Wow. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
So we've been blessed to have like 50,000 streams, which is small in the bigger picture, but to us is incredible that we've had 50,000 people listen to our songs. And so if you've ever been one of them, thank you, thank you, thank you. The next song we're going to do features Melissa on lead vocals, and it's called Sex and Violence. And we have 10,000 streams alone on this song, so thanks, Melissa. Pensacola Mist. I don't know. This is called Sex and Violence.
Not quite.
Dating can be so hard this time. It's frustrating. Ooh, why can't I read your mind? Tell me what secrets you hide. What's your type? Oh, let me be your fantasy. I'm not your girl next door. I know you can't ignore. I'm dangerous. I feel insane. Violence. Baby, you got perfect timing. Use all this love, can turn into violence. Yeah, I feel insane. Violence. Baby, you got perfect timing. Use all this love, can turn into diamonds. Waiting until the right time with my contemplating. Ooh, if I should talk to you and say, can you feel this tension between us? For this is your destiny. I'm not your girl next door. I know you can't ignore me. I'm dangerous. I feel insane. Violence. Baby, you got perfect timing. Here's all this blood,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You rock, Melissa.
So this next song is also an exclusive that we decided last minute was ready to make its debut. So be kind, but this is Horizon.
Sweet. You good, Oliver? Wait. Cable management.
Yeah, good. I'm good. I'm good.
Sweet. Here we go. This is Horizon.
Pacing the floor of your basement, tracing my fingers through the dust. Does anybody know what we're facing? 'Cause the cops are crooked and the badges are covered in rust. Beyond the horizon, I can see us standing there. I know it's horizon. The moonlight's clear, the blood in the air. Play cool, keep your head under. Play cool, you got the wrong number. Play cool, I'm a newcomer. Play cool, play cool. Play cool, play cool, play cool. Play cool. It's amazing how you're so impatient, chasing you down till you give up. I can feel my heartbeat, it's racing. 'Cause we found your footprints and the cash in the back of your truck. Beyond the horizon, I can see you standing there. I know it's horizon. The moonlight's clear, the blood in the air. Play cool, keep your head under. Play cool, you got the wrong number. Play cool, I'm a newcomer. Play cool, play cool. Play cool, play cool, play cool. Play cool, play cool. Play cool, keep your head under. Play cool, you got the wrong number. Play cool, I'm a newcomer. Play cool, play cool. Play cool, keep your head under. Play cool, you got the wrong number. Play cool, I'm a newcomer. Play cool, play cool.
end. Okay, so this next one is our last one of the night. Unless you do the thing where you get us to come back out and do some more, but we are going to leave after this one, so this is the last one, okay? I guess I'm just trying to tell Wayne not to cut the feed when we do this one, because there might be more. This next one is Angels by Robbie Williams.
You got a hold of me, control of me. You got a hold of me, part of me. City lights wash over me. Feels good, feels great to be feeling something. The subway rolls from underneath. Without you, without love, there'd be nothing. It's not hard, but it could be. NYC. It's not hard, but it could be. NYC. City lights wash over me. Feels good, feels great to be feeling something. Subway rolls from underneath. Without you, without love, there'd be nothing. NYC. It's not hard, but it could be. NYC. It's not hard, but it could be. NYC.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And here is another, right, everyone loves when you end. We're going to do two final ones. Then that's it, okay? A little treat again. We're going to give you a brand new one. It's very, very cool. This one is called Surrender, Surrender.
There's a boy with a scar where his heart was torn, and he wanders the streets at night. There's a girl with the force of a thunderstorm. She's always there when you close your eyes.
You got something to say. Why don't you say it to me? I got nothing to hide. Surrender tonight.
Say what's on your mind.
You got something to say.
Leave it all on mine.
Why don't you say it to me?
Our fight is on.
I got nothing to
Surrender
hide.
tonight.
Surrender tonight. No secrets. We're keeping to yourself. I can see it on the tip of your tongue. I know you wanna tell me about it. No question why. Tell me like it is. Give me a reason. Let me know.
There's a boy with a scar where his heart was torn, and he wanders the streets at night. There's a girl with the force of a thunderstorm. She's always there when you close your eyes.
You got something to say. Why don't you say it to me? I got nothing to hide. Surrender tonight.
What's on your mind?
You got something to say.
All on mine.
Why don't you say it to me?
Our fight is on.
I got nothing to hide.
Surrender tonight.
Surrender tonight. Surrender tonight.
Say what's on your mind.
Say what's on your mind.
Leave it all on mine.
Leave it all on high.
Our fight is on.
I know you got something to hide.
Surrender tonight.
Surrender tonight.
Say what's on your mind.
Something to say.
All on mine.
Why won't you say it to me?
Our fight is on.
Surrender to me.
Surrender tonight.
Surrender tonight.
Thank you. Right, so Melissa.
Thank you so much.
Melissa. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's so fun having Melissa up here for these, and it's been so great. I feel like every time we play, you guys get louder, and it's you have to sit down in your chairs, and it's a surprise that you can be so enthusiastic. So we're really grateful for that because we feed off it. So thank you. This is our very last one. We have been Pensacola Mist. Take a picture or a video. Come and dance and sing along or whatever you want for this last one. We're going to stick around and have a little party afterwards. But, woo. It's been so nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
This is our very last one. It's called Forget You.
Christina's dead. I saw her lying right on the street. Christina's dead, and I don't care. Ooh, boy, you should have listened to your mother when she told you not to play with fire. Say no more about it. Say no more. I can't forget you. I can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. I can't forget you. I can't seem to get you out of my mind. I can't forget what you've done. The things you said, you were trying to put the blame on me. The things you said, no regret. Girl, I wish you'd listen for a second when I told you